Hey YouTubers, I want to talk to you guys about my trip to Portugal, Turkey, and Italy. I want to talk to you about my frustrations, about the camera equipment I used, and what it was like and the lessons I learned from the trip. So stay tuned. What I'm going to do is be showing you a slideshow of the photos I took, but I do want to talk about a couple of the frustrations I had on this trip. First of all, I want to talk about my equipment. Let's start with that. I went on this trip with the Fuji X-H2S and the X-H2. Now, after this trip, I decided to get rid of my X-H2. I thought I'd want to use the X-H2 for stills, but I never ever have a need for 43 megapixel photos, and that to me is the only advantage I get with the X-H2 over the X-H2S. And the other reason why I wanted to have the X-H2 was because it would be a cheaper second body, because the X-H2S is more expensive, and I never had the need for that. I went on this trip to show the expertise of a tile distributor. So what we did is we went to manufacturers, and I just filmed the president of the company talking to these different suppliers. So what I wanted to do was take photos and video. Well, with the X-H2S, I did a lot of B-roll, and believe it or not, when it came down to actually doing interview footage and stuff like that, I did it with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and 2 Bluetooth microphones, and it really did the trick. Now, what you're watching right now is the DJI. I'm filming with the DJI now. So the conclusion I want to tell you guys about my equipment is the following. I used the X-H2S, I used the X-H2, and the lenses I used was the 1655 2.8 f2.8. I used the 35 millimeter f2, and I used, what else did I bring? I brought the 1024 wide angle. Now, the 1024 f4. Now, one thing I got to tell you guys right now is that 16 to 55 f2.8 is just an amazing lens. It really is a really, really good lens for photography, for videography. The focusing is great. It's just a fantastic lens, and I really strongly recommend it to anybody. It's worth every penny. Very expensive lens, but they don't call it a pocket full of primes for nothing, because it really is from the 16 to 55 millimeter range. It has prime image quality, so it's really great. Now, you might say to yourself, wow, this is cool. Jacques went to Portugal, he went to Turkey, and he went to Italy. But here's the frustration you get when you do it when it's a contract. Is that you gotta work. You're going there to work. So what you do see, for example, in my case, since I dealt with a tile distributor and we visited suppliers, we visited manufacturers, and we visited designers. So what I really saw was the inside of the hotel room, the hotel lobby, the inside of a factory, the inside of a design studio, and then I came home. You get very, very frustrated because the tile manufacturers in Italy are in a place called Bologna, which is very close to Florence and Rimini, and beautiful places, and I never got to see any of these places at all. My luck was the following, is that every morning, nobody would do anything till about 11, and I'm a morning guy. So I got up very early, and I'd take walks. And I got some pretty nice stuff in these one small town in Portugal and one very, very industrial town in Turkey. I think those two countries really, really surprised me. I would have loved to have been surprised by Italy, but Italy I did not see a damn thing. I really didn't. We worked a lot and we visited a lot of places, so I didn't get time to look at the countryside at all, even in the morning. But Turkey to me was just a revelation. Istanbul was absolutely incredible. It's filled with culture. It's filled with Western culture, with Eastern culture. I think it surprised me in the sense that I always had the idea that Montreal in Canada was one of the places where the most cultures live together in peace. But Istanbul is a place where, yes, they have their problems, but there's a lot of cultures living together. The Muslim culture, the Christian culture, it is crazy, and it's just a beautiful place. The countryside is absolutely amazing. I mean, you have mountains filled with olive trees. It's just a beautiful place. And Portugal was the same. It really, really amazed me on how fascinatingly beautiful the culture is. Suffice to say, it was a great trip. Frustrations I got were really the fact that I didn't get to see everything because I was constantly working for a client. You guys, I will not bore you any further than this and let you guys look at the slideshow of some of the images I took while I was there. I hope you enjoy, you guys, and I'll see you on the other side. The lessons I learned are the following. One, be happy with what you got. Man, I got to go to Portugal, Italy, and Turkey, and I enjoyed every minute. I tried to savor all the food that they eat there. I tried to eat the local food. It was a really great time for that. And I had a lot of fun. I got back and I was very, very tired. I mean, it was 2 weeks, 15 days of pure filming. So for that, it was tough. But in the end, I was really appreciative and really grateful for what I saw while I was there. So there you go, guys. That's the slideshow. Those are the images I took. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget, everybody, keep on making something from nothing.